Welcome to Photos of the Past. We share history's most intriguing images. Don't forget to subscribe and comment. This peculiar photograph may be from a beauty contest in the 1940s or 1950s. The women's faces are covered with strange masks, concealing their identities. During that era, some beauty contests judged participants solely on their body shapes, with faces remaining unseen. This image calls attention to how superficial beauty standards and contests could be, reflecting the aesthetic ideals of the time. This photo likely shows early gas masks used during World War II to protect against chemical attacks. Soldiers or civil defense personnel wore these large, cumbersome masks to safeguard themselves from the dangers of war. At the time, chemical gas attacks were a serious threat, and such protective gear was vital for survival. This image highlights the difficulties of war and the efforts people made to protect themselves from its horrors. This photograph likely showcases a television glasses prototype, one of the technological innovations imagined in the past. The man is posing with a device on his head, equipped with antennas. Although such devices were developed to personalize the TV watching experience, they never gained widespread popularity. This image highlights how technology has evolved and reflects the creative yet sometimes peculiar predictions of the future during that era. This photo depicts a trench scene from World War I. The soldiers are wearing gas masks to protect themselves from chemical gas attacks, a terrifying and frequent tactic used during the war. These attacks caused immense psychological and physical harm to the soldiers. This moment in the trenches reveals the brutal and harsh conditions of the war. Although their faces are hidden behind the masks, you can almost feel the anxiety in their eyes. This poignant photo captures the day World War II ended. Two exhausted sailors have fallen asleep, clutching a newspaper with the headline, "Peace." That day, the end of the war, was celebrated with immense joy and relief worldwide. Soldiers experienced the happiness of surviving and witnessing the declaration of peace. This image beautifully conveys the exhaustion and elation that came hand in hand with the war's end, as everyone felt a sense of relief after the celebrations. This intriguing photo shows a man in a Batman costume, but it has a very simple design. The picture likely dates back to the 1940s, reflecting the early days of the Batman character. The simplicity of the costume is quite different from the advanced Batman suits of today. This image may be one of the early examples of comic book characters being adapted for film or stage. This photo was likely taken during World War II and shows an English bulldog stationed under a "Beware of the Dog" sign at a military post. The bulldog, wearing a military helmet, offers a humorous contrast to the seriousness of the war. Even amidst the conflict, it symbolizes the effort to maintain a sense of humor. This image reflects both a warning and a symbolic morale booster, capturing the creative mindset during wartime. This photograph shows a young woman holding a massive lobster, likely taken in the 1930s. The lobster stands out for its enormous size, as such gigantic sea creatures were a rarity during that time. The lobster's age was estimated to be between 30 and 40 years, and its weight around 30 pounds, 13.6 kilograms. This image reflects the awe that nature and marine life inspired in people during that era. This photo shows four men who were arrested in the 1920s. The writings above their heads indicate their names and arrest dates. At the time, mugshots were used for legal records, and group photos like this were common. The men are dressed in suits, staring seriously at the camera. This image offers an intriguing glimpse into the justice system of that era and how criminals were documented. This touching photo shows an American soldier serving in the Vietnam War. Attached to his helmet are pictures of his loved ones, symbolizing the longing for those he holds dear amidst the harsh realities of war. These photographs serve as a reminder of the motivation to survive and return home. Even in the midst of conflict, this image captures the deep sense of love and attachment that soldiers carry with them. This photo, likely taken during World War I or World War II, captures a humorous moment. In the image, a soldier with a rifle seems to be threatening another soldier who is sitting in an outdoor toilet. The soldier in the toilet is reading a newspaper and holding a pistol, making the scene even more comical. Photos like this show that despite the harsh conditions of war, soldiers often retain their sense of humor, trying to find moments of levity even in stressful times. This photo is from the 1930s during the Great Depression in the United States. It depicts a long line of unemployed individuals waiting, likely for soup kitchens or job applications. The Great Depression was a massive global economic crisis that impacted millions, and this image captures the desperation and hardship of that era. Unemployment and poverty became a daily reality for many people during those difficult times. This photograph captures a typical scene of a mailman in the early 20th century. The postman is seen collecting letters from a mailbox in a city center. At the time, the postal system was a crucial source of communication for both personal and business matters. The photo reminds us of how valuable letters were in a world where technology hadn't yet advanced. In today's world of digital communication, letters and mailboxes have become nostalgic symbols of the past. This powerful photograph captures a female protester holding a sign that expresses frustration over fighting for the same rights for years. The sign reads, "I can't believe I'm still protesting this shit," highlighting the ongoing injustices in the system and the unresolved societal issues. This image has become a symbol of the long-term struggle for racial equality and justice. This photo shows a protective suit used during World War I. The soldier is wearing this odd-looking outfit designed to shield against gas attacks. At the time, chemical weapons were one of the most terrifying aspects of warfare, and soldiers had to rely on such equipment. Images like this reveal the harsh conditions of war and the efforts made to protect soldiers from its dangers. This photo likely captures a kindergarten scene from the mid-20th century. The children are seated on potty chairs, while a teacher reads them a book. This image reflects the discipline and collective habit-building approach of the education system at the time. The teacher tells stories to entertain and engage the children, helping them stay calm during their potty training. This photo showcases a washing machine commonly used in homes during the 1950s. The woman is operating a Connor brand machine, one of the popular models of the era. At that time, these machines were seen as groundbreaking innovations that made household chores easier. Thanks to technology, daily tasks for women became faster and more efficient. The image stands as a symbol of the era when home appliances began to revolutionize domestic life.